So this is a little more than 2 weeks update on the first wheat bed that we planted. As you can see, it's growing very well. Today we need to put like a covering down, something to just give it a little bit of insulation to protect it from the cold winter. You know, if we had a lot of snow that would stick around for a long time, that would be enough insulation. Actually, snow is a very good insulator, but we don't get that. We get a lot of, some warm days and then some snow days and warm days, snow days, and that can actually hurt the grass, or the wheat rather. So the plan is that we're going to take some chopped up leaves, some chopped up straw, and we are going to use that, put a nice thick layer on there, maybe 2 to 3 inches on this bed, all to help give it a little insulation. Interesting though, as you saw earlier in the video, remember how I had a perfectly spaced out template? You can see the difference there of how perfectly spaced out it is when I first started, and then when I went with a little bit more of a spreading type design. Definitely neat and uniform, however, very tedious to do. Maybe if I had more time, I'd do it all like that, but time was not on our side. So this is what she looks like, and bed number 2, still not crazy sprouted. The cold temperatures are probably hurting that, because we have had some nights that have gotten down to the 20s, and we've had some windy and rain, but as you can see, it is growing. Problem is, it's not quite there where we gotta insulate this one, because if we insulate it too early, we're gonna kill the grass, and we don't want to do that. We need it to be at least 2 or 3 inches. These are probably like 1.5 inches. So my hope is that Sunday it will be warm enough. That it will be tall enough that we'll be able to add in the mulch on top of this one. But everything seems to be progressing as it should. We do in fact have wheat seeds growing in the second bed. Again, not as tall because the temperatures have been colder, and that has hurt germination. But we do have grass. We do have wheat growing. Thanks for watching. Okay, so this is the mulch that I'm going to be using. It's essentially a bunch of leaves that I chopped up either with the mower or with my weed whacker, and some straw mixed in, some of the extra straw that I had left over from the garlic. Unlike the garlic, we actually don't want it too compacted down on there, because we don't want to kill the wheat that we just grew. So we're going to put, by mixing the straw and the leaves together, now you don't want to put like full leaves on there because they'll get too compacted. Think of the forest floor. The leaves lay very flat, and they kind of inhibit any growth underneath them until they break down. What we want is chopped up leaves. As you can see, it's all very chopped up material, so that it can stay kind of light and airy. Mixing in the straw should hopefully help with that as well. So now we're going to bring it over to the garden bed, and we're going to we're going to mulch it up. Let's get growing. All right, so the straw that we're going to be putting down, obviously we went over. The goal is not to smother the grass. We do want to kind of put it down there just as an insulating layer. So we want it to stay kind of light and airy. Try to keep any sticks out or anything like that, acorns. And then we want to give it just that extra layer of protection. So we've done a lot to try to get this wheat to grow. And this is just an extra step that we're going to do to try to make sure that we are successful. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to put this mulch on throughout the whole bed, and then it's a little early for the other bed, so we'll probably wait till this weekend to do that one. But we're going to do this whole bed get that mulch down there. Probably gonna have to rake up some more leaves and chop up some more stuff, but let's get to work. All right, so now what we're gonna do now is we're gonna rake up some more leaves because we need more mulch. The problem with chopping it up like this is it doesn't fill as much surface area as whole leaves would. So we do need a lot of leaves and a lot of material to mulch like what we need. So we're gonna try to scrape all these out from under here. All right, so now we got a nice big pile. Let me grab the bucket. All right, so I wanted to talk to you about how I'm achieving this mulch mix. So basically you could do it one of two ways. If you have a bagger on your mower, fantastic, so much easier. Fortunately, I don't have that. So the next best thing is I did have mulching blades on my mower, so I basically went over it several times to chop it up real fine. And that's what I just raked up just before. And I wanted to get a little finer. That's why I did it a second time with the weed whacker. But these are fresh, bare leaves that really haven't been cut. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put them in a container of some sort. Here I have just a Rubbermaid trash can or whatever. So I'm gonna put them in, okay? I'm gonna add a little bit of straw and layer it. Okay, shake that in there. More of those. Some more straw. Try to keep the sticks out. All right, so once you have it laid in here like this, it's gonna look something like this, okay? See how high it is up in the barrel? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our still weed whacker, which, hey, by the way, pro tip, I've used a lot of different weed whackers and stuff and burned through a lot of them. Spend the extra money. I don't know what the difference is, but and I am not sponsored in any way, but this still has by far been the best one I've ever owned. She's a workhorse. She does everything I ever need. So spend the money, for real. All right, so let's get in there. All right, so you can see how much it chopped it down just right off the bat, right? It kind of chopped everything down so it's a finer consistency. We're gonna just stick our hand in, mix it up a little bit, because we want some of those leaves on the bottom to get chopped up too. All right, so now you can really see how fine we've chopped it up. And this is kind of what we want. You know, a couple big leaves is all right, but for the majority, if we leave the leaves whole and they get wet, again, think of the forest floor, you're gonna smother out the wheat seeds. So we need it as fine a consistency as we can. Adding the hay just adds another layer of air in there so it doesn't get too matted down and everything. So this is kind of what we're looking for. We're going to add it to the lawn cart, and then we're going to get some more. All right, excellent. So now, as you can see, we got the whole bed mulched. We want to give that wheat a nice warm blanket for the winter time. It does get kind of windy here, and that wind can kill the grass, because essentially that's what wheat is, it's grass. We've done a lot of work to make sure that it gets, that it'll grow for next year. This is just an extra step, extra security to make sure that does happen. Do you have to mulch it? No. But there would be some die-off if we didn't. We want to try to make sure we get as much wheat seed as we can to get as much flour as we can for the projects we have planned this season. So this was just an extra step to secure, to guarantee that we'll get a good wheat crop. But now we've done all this work. We want to make sure it's not for nothing. If I was to just leave this here, it does get kind of windy here. It's pretty open. It'll blow all the mulch away, or at least some of it, and we don't want that. We want to try to keep it down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some old fencing or some netting, plastic netting, something like that to help hold it down so it doesn't blow away. You wouldn't want to use something like cardboard, because that would definitely smother the wheat, but something that has open holes like some fencing or plastic netting would be perfect. So that's what we're going to do right now. All right, I just wanted to talk to you about what we're laying down here. This is basically some leftover fencing that I have. It used to surround the garden, but it wasn't really tall enough. So I tried to use it as a trellis. Didn't really work so well, but we found the use for it. We're going to use it to hold down this mulch that we put down here. Now, it's nothing special. I'm pretty sure I got it at Home Depot or something. It's like, I don't know, 2 feet tall, and whatever the distance was that I cut it at the time. What we're going to do is we're just going to lay it across like I did, just giving it, basically it's acting as a something to hold down the mulch. We don't want it to blow away. We've worked really, really hard to get this wheat in the ground, and we've done a lot of work to make sure that it tries to grow. Every project that we have this season is predicated on us being able to grow the wheat. So we need every chance, and we need to do everything possible to make sure that we get a good wheat harvest. In 2 8x8 beds, from what the research I've done, I'm hoping to get maybe 10 pounds of flour. 10 pounds of flour would be quite a bit. So, and actually scratch that. If that's wrong, I'll do the calculation, I'll update the video. But anyway, so I'm just gonna lay this down, and after that, I mean, there's not really much to do. This weekend, when I come back and I check the other mulch bed and I start to mulch that, I'll just take a look at this one. If I don't like the way some of it's settled, it seems a little thin in places, I might add a little bit more. But other than that, it's done. We're gonna leave it till April, maybe May. Pull all the mulch back carefully, not to disturb the grass, and then we'll let it do its thing. Hopefully in July, if we're lucky, we're gonna have wheat, and then we're gonna turn that wheat into the flour and into everything else. So let's lay this down. All right, folks, I mean, that's pretty much it. This ends another episode of the Seed to Table Project. Thanks for watching along. Please follow us along for the journey. Again, this is a long one, so it's not going to be until almost 10 months from now before we actually come to the conclusion of this episode. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you real soon.